people, fans.
12 minutes. That's what it's gonna be.
God damn. Episode 12.
That's crazy, right? 12 episodes already. We rolling. I mean, he wants to be.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, that's true. 12. Yeah, he got the country time, backwoods. What's that? Like some moonshine, my G?
Yeah, man, the finest. The finest moonshine on the east side.
Yeah. Hey. Welcome, y'all.
Big old King.
Big old King. Yo, he singing, he blowing, son. He nice with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His whole family, you know what I'm saying? Not Jackson 5 out here.
Yeah, shout out to your bride.
Yeah, shout him out, man.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get you on here too, brother.
Yeah, episode 12.
Oh, yeah,
Podcast.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Brother, yeah, hopefully we get him in here. Yeah, I mean, shit, you should have.
I should have.
You know it's what it is, though. We'll get around to that.
Indeed. So you've been doing music like pretty much your whole life, right?
My whole life, man. My whole life. I think I started singing when I was like 3 years old, and I used to hear, you hear the music on the radio, and I asked my mom, like, how do I do that? How do I get my music on?
Your mom's did her thing?
So, my mom's an opera singer, and she couldn't tell.
Opera.
Yeah, she couldn't tell me. She was like, you got to figure it out. She's like, you just keep singing, and she put us into. I used to sing for the Peabody choir, the youth choir that Peabody had. We used to sing in church. My mom was our choir director, and then she also put us into piano. Now my older brother is like a virtuoso. He's got a degree in classical piano performance.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, cheers to that. That
Cheers
is some,
to that.
You don't hear too many brothers like that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That's what's up.
He's got that degree in classical piano performance, and I was forced to take piano because my brother was so good. And
he's at the bar.
My mom's like, well, if he gotta go to these lessons, then you might as well go. And our piano teacher actually taught him for free because he was so good. And so I got free piano lessons off the strength of my brother, So
that's what's up. That's how it's supposed to be.
That turned into music, like an infinite. I guess you get infinite source of music, and then I guess you could say I'm fast forwarding through the times real quick. But once I got my, I was messing with Bernie and Bit. You know what I'm saying? And Bernie taught me how to freak that MPC, man. And
good old days, man.
That opened my world up, bruh.
The good old days.
And then from then on,
music already. With that, you're a beast. You'll be a beast. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. Nowadays it's crazy because nowadays, I kind of miss the MP, yo. I still got the MP. It's like a, it's like a piece of art. You know what I mean?
I want to say, man, everybody, what are you talking about real quick, man? I mean, since it's here, this is what you call the MPC. You know what I'm saying? I got the 2000, you got the 2000 XLs, the 3000s.
Yeah.
Remember the 2000 XL with the flip up screen?
Yeah.
This is the older one, you know what I'm saying? This is 2000 right here. And before this was an MP60. They used to work on back in the Pete Rocks and all the other producers that was doing beats back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that right there is the hardest. Yeah, that's the hardest piece of
sequencer. You could MIDI up all kinds. You could MIDI the Triton, so you can play the Triton, and that can trigger all the sounds. You could basically have the Tritons, whatever you triggered from that, go into the MPC, plug the MPC up to somebody else's keyboard with different sounds, and it'll play the same notes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But it could be different sounds. You know what I'm saying? So I like that about MIDI. You know what I'm saying? So the MP was the best for that. You could plug that to anything MIDI-wise, and it would trigger whatever keyboard you got. Sound module, it'll trigger all that stuff. And you can trigger, it could be triggered by a track board. Back in the day, remember the track machines, the digital track machines?
Yeah, oh my God.
So you can have that as the master, trigger that, MIDI that to the MPC, and have that MIDI to a Triton. So this is 3 chain. It's a chain of things, and that MPC was the heart of it.
The heart. I remember, like, so I used to have that. I think I had an XL, right? And you had to. It's like we had to blow it out so we can get more sample time. You know, because it's like, dang, I gotta load up, it ain't loading up my samples, yeah? You know what I mean? But, I mean, the fact, like, and I think that really got me into, like, editing. Having to cut down those samples.
Right.
And, yo, it got to the point where I could,
up to slow down.
I could play, so we made a whole album without... We didn't have like all the piano keys or anything like that. We were just kind of learning how to use it. Bruh, when I tell you, I sampled a piano sound and then I basically put all the like keys on the MP and we were playing chords and all that shit on the
I seen
MP.
people do that.
And I'm like, yo.
That was an art in itself right there. I never was that nice with it.
Yeah, I was never like that.
And then when you like chopping them samples up and stuff like that, oh my God, it's like that joint gave you so much control.
Yeah, it was just down to the fraction.
Yeah.
But it was also the limitations that helped you to grow and be creative.
Absolutely.
Yeah, by the way, that's Rex in the background talking. If you don't know, my man Marvin did the album cover for the Matth RuckuS project, Bad Standard Theory.
The classic.
He don't want to show us, but that's cool. But that's him talking. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah,
yo.
That's a beautiful fucking cover. Like, thank you again.
Yeah, man, that's just hard, yo.
Man.
Let's drink to the nighttime stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And can we let's play the Fantastic. I wanna let them hear get this money. That's the most recent joint. That we were all on together. That was the first one, so
I think so.
Get this money?
yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Get this money. Yeah, that was the only joint we ever done. But we got the vocals for this new joint we're working on for the second project.
Me.
Fucking unbelievable, man.
Coming sometime in like February. Hopefully we're shooting for that. You know what I'm saying? So
it's awesome when you get to work with people that amplify. You know, I look at you both as amplifiers.
Salute.
Likewise.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there's so we all are different. Like we all are one of one, right? We all different folks, and we see different things, and it's like you put that together. And it's like, this is like that Baltimore gumbo, you know what I mean? Like, it don't get better than that, man.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Some people can't really bring it together because they feel like what they're doing is just like, you know, if you're not doing what they're doing, they don't really. But I feel like everybody's individualism with being put together makes it more compelling.
Yeah.
Everybody's good in their field. Their strengths, you know. Channel your strength, you can go a long way. I'm telling you. Don't try to do everything that your boy is doing. Just because he's a great rapper, you might be a great something else in music. You know, channel that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to dive into your strengths.
Yeah.
You got to, you know, give it all you got. You know, we don't have nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, like it's funny because like every day I wake up, I'm so thankful, just because. So like you think about this question, like what is your soul, right? This used to be really like on my mind a lot as a kid, right? And it's like your soul. My mom explained it to me like your soul is that which wakes you up in the morning. You know, like the first when you get up, it's like okay, I'm here again.
Yeah.
You know, like and the fact that you sleep for 8 hours. Your body is doing a whole bunch of filtering and cleaning out all the toxins and impurities and all of that, and you're still breathing. You're not doing it, but subconsciously, your body's doing it. So who's to say that when we go to sleep today, that we gonna get up tomorrow?
True.
Like, and you know, you hear those lines like tomorrow's not promised today. It's not. So it's like when you get it, once you're exposed to it, it's like. There's nothing like this moment. There's nothing better than this moment.
Exactly.
Being here with y'all brothers.
Yeah.
Let's drink,
you know.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
drink.
thinking that all the time.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot different. You know what I'm saying? When you laid up in the hospital sick and shit, You're gonna be like, yo, I wish I could go right back to what we doing right now. You know what I'm saying? That was funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Because things can get bad. Things can get very bad. So you better definitely worship what you got. You know?
Wait till they finish the white movie with this. I don't even think they're ever gonna finish the white movie from this personally.
Yeah.
I think
It's an ongoing thing until they get what they want, huh?
Nah, I think it's really on. I've been studying Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam a lot. I really believe it's like that. Like the time of the reign of white supremacy is about to come to a closure. There's no group of people that have ruled forever.
Bro.
Yeah.
No way.
So I hear what you're saying, right? And RGB died was like who? Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, the Supreme Court justice.
RBG, excuse me. She basically, if you like look at her history and kind of what she had to go through a lot of obstacles. Now, I'm not saying that she's the greatest lawyer of all times and the greatest Supreme Court justice. I think that's politics when you get into that. But I will say, like, knowing her story, like for her she was in law school, and I think like her husband was like sick, like deathly ill, and she was taking care of her husband. She was going to school, doing all this stuff, like clerking for a law judge, and like in all of that, she still excelled. Like I don't know, was it? I think I was watching one of y'all joints, and somebody might have been talking about like PTSD, but instead of it being like post-traumatic stress, it turns into post-traumatic growth. You know, so it's like we as like artists, we're selling trauma. They say black people are selling trauma, right? And it's like, okay, are we gonna use that trauma to elevate ourselves? So like people go through, like everybody has a story, you know, and it's like whatever you do, don't judge anybody. You know, like we need to do less judging, show more love, and do less judging. Let's appreciate each other for our differences, respect each other's differences, right? Yeah. Because everybody got a story. I read something somewhere. You could have like you could put one of the wealthiest kids, right, in the world, next to one of the poorest kids from a third world country, like together, and the poor kid's trauma, whatever that trauma might be, is just as equal to the rich kid's trauma. Whether it's like the rich kid couldn't get that Ferrari, and you know what I'm saying, he's losing his mind, or this kid mud hut just got washed out by a flood. The way that it makes them feel is the same. The question is how do they use that trauma? Now, some folks, it affects them differently, where it's like, oh, like now I have increased anxiety. I can't, like, there's certain things that'll trigger my trauma where it's like, all right, now I can't do certain things, right? But you also have some people who understand it. It's like, okay, I went through that, and in going through that made me strong. You know, so it's like when that caterpillar dies and becomes a butterfly, I guess that's like a pure example of like post-traumatic growth. You know, because it's like, I mean, how in the world is it like, oh man, you go from like crawling and moving real slow to like now you can fly all over the world, right? A lot of people use their trauma to do that. Now in music, what we've been taught to do is I'm gonna take my pain and I'm gonna put it in my music. I'm gonna take my trauma and I'm gonna verbalize it, and the world gonna hear it. And that's why I think like music is so powerful, because like it's an outlet for everybody.
Yeah, you know about that, man. Definitely therapy for me.
Cheers.
Therapeutic.
Yeah.
I want to ask y'all a question. When you listen to old music, your music, right? Do y'all ever listen to it like just being at a different place in life and being a father, a husband, you know what I mean? Do you listen to it and be like, damn, yo, like, I know with some of my old music, it's like, yo, I was in a real dark place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what make it even worse is I really meant the shit that I was saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, I mean, even now, like, I mean, we live in a time now where, like, everybody, it's like, you hear all these dystopian theories and all this, like, oh man, it's over, man, you know, start packing your bags and getting ready, because the world's coming to an end, you know. But like when you, like, I look back at like all these different eras and stuff like that, and what is it that you see? Like, all those people went through the same things, right? And even in my music, and I'm bringing back to what you were saying, like, I feel like not just in my old music, like now, like Fats told me one thing. He said, only entertain the positive. Only entertain the positive. And even when I'm writing, I might start writing, and it's just because, like, whatever's going on in terms of like the political climate, you walk outside your house, you see it's just a lot of shit going on, right? And not all of it's positive, and it impacts your mood, it affects your mind. And when I start writing, it's like, man, this track hard, and the first thing I'm starting to write down is negative. Right. And I'm like, wow, man, that rhythm is right. This, you know, the beat is tight, but I want to put, I can only entertain the positive. And it's like, Fast told me that actually a couple of weeks ago. Might have been like a month and a half.
Shout out to Fast Chairman.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely. And that, when I tell you, man, like that, it made my music sound better. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
Like, oh my God.
I mean, I look back at some of my old stuff, and all the profanities that I was using, even though I might not have meant it was just that I felt like it was cool. You know what I'm saying? And I guess at the time I felt like I was more, I guess that's what rappers are supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to cuss. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got this image of a rapper in some sort of bravado you're supposed to have about yourself, some sort of air that you got. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to pop in, you know what I'm saying, halfway ice grilling. And what comes with that, you know what I'm saying, is profanity, violence, and everything else that comes out of your mouth. So you were either braggadocio, you know what I'm saying, or you just down at people about hitting their baby mother. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things, these were the things that came with the package of a hardcore rapper. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just had to hold these things, and I was a part of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't really want to do that, but I just felt like, hey, you know what I'm saying, this is the way I'm gonna get in. You know what I'm saying, this is what people like, you know what I'm saying? And then I made myself kind of like, you know, accept that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Even though deep down inside I was like, you know what I'm saying, this is what it is, you know what I'm saying, but that's young stuff, you know what I'm saying? So when I go back and look at it, I'll be like, yo, I done act different. What I do now is I take out all the profanity. You know what I'm saying? I try to, and if it's any in there, it's very minute profanity. You know what I'm saying? It might be a couple of, the N-word, I try to find something more. I say it. I just don't want to keep perpetuating it. You know what I'm saying? So if it does slide in there one time, it was because it rhymed. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it rhymed, or it just sound better than me saying brother or fella. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be nigga, fella, brother. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, so these are some of the things I try to, you know, shuffle with. You know what I'm saying? If I could use anything other than the N-bomb, I'm gonna use it. If it sounds good. So I try not to say it. You want it to be creative. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is a challenge. It's a challenge to me.
If you're telling a story, you want it to progress the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it doesn't, let's just take it out.
Then at the same time, I try to challenge myself with a little bit more intelligence now. That's my thing now. Absolutely. Versus just sounding good or flowing back then or saying all the slickest bars. Now I'm doing something else other than trying to flip the fastest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm trying to put something else in there to where it can like play with your mind a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like the game is always going to change. You know what I'm saying? Back then that was the joint. Maybe it's not what I'm doing now. Might not be the joint, but that's what I'm doing. You how you growing into yourself. If you're like everybody else in the beginning, then you just kind of start to be an individual as you go. You try to rap like some of your favorite rapper back then.
I mean, you need a point of reference.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing new under the sun. Like, I mean, you see it with dances. People be making up dances. They was doing dances back then. They might have had a different name. They might have been doing it in a different rhythm. But they ain't changed.
Exactly.
It's all the same.
Exactly.
You know?
That's all about what works.
Niggas was flipping 100 years ago.
It's
thousands of years ago.
With what I guess one of the things I see, man, is that writing is really prophetic.
Yeah.
And they say like there's life and death in the tongue.
Absolutely.
And like when you see certain rappers and all they preach is murder, kill and death.
And niggas love that shit though.
And they love it, right?
What is that?
Love it.
When it come back around and it's like, you know, damn, this brother died. It's like, was he consumed by the community or was he consumed by himself?
Right.
You know? Is it like, because it's like, now I'm a firm believer, and we'll probably get into some of this, that it's true that some people are a product of their environment.
Right.
If I am never exposed to anything different, like for example, so my wife has been spending a lot of time dealing with like voting rights and stuff like that. They were talking about how in like the southern states, they like do a lot to try to deter people from voting, right? So it's like you have to have an ID. But let's say if I'm born here and I live in the projects and public housing, I got a public housing ID. That's technically a government ID.
Right.
I can't use that government ID to vote.
Right.
But in order to get to the MVA, I gotta go like 40 miles or something like that. But it ain't no bus that's gonna take me there.
Right.
And I don't have a driver's license because I gotta go there to get a driver's license. But everything I need is right here. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna stay right here. So technically, I'm gonna be a product of whatever this environment is. And if you think about, you look at the projects was an experiment. They put, well, we can even talk about redlining to take it even back further.
Oh, this is a Matth RuckuS show. Other than music, that's how we get. That's what we do.
So if you
everyday life,
it was going to that anyway.
if you're talking about redlining, right? There was actually an article that said that redlining killed Freddie Gray. It was redlining that did that, and I'll tell you why. Because whatever it was that he was into, he may have been into something that caused the police. I think the police was chasing him before or something. I heard a story that he like beat one of them up or something like that, and he got away. And then the second time around, then they got him. We don't know what happened, but we know that whatever happened to him,
if he
they
got
did
beat
it
up,
to
his
him.
pride was hurt. He got some get back.
Yeah.
He got some get back.
He got some get back for sure.
Yeah.
But think of if this is where he grew up, right? And the only thing I know is my neighborhood. One thing about Baltimore, man, it's like you got some people who don't leave their neighborhood. Like I know people in Cherry Hill that don't come over the bridge.
Absolutely.
East West Side, a lot of people from West Side don't come over here.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn.
So
if you go to down to Broadway, people around there never been around here. I'm like, yo, so this is right along a main street.
So think about it this way. This is my environment.
Yeah.
And if this is what I see, if this is what I see, this is the only thing that's popping, then I'm gonna learn how to be good at it because I see everybody else doing this.
Right. So what we're gonna be at right here is good at taking this break.
Get this money.
Get this money.
Time to nap in the trap chasing bags. That hoe gotta go if that hoe is the nag. So much hate in the game, so that bitch like it's my third leg. Try to put me in the ground, I came out of the dirt. You think I'm sexy now, you should see me without my shirt. These crackers don't like me because I'm unpleasant. They hate me because I'm not a peasant. I'm a gift from God, enjoy your present. Now let that digest. I grind hard when I was younger, so now the grind's less.
We gotta get this money, my nigga. We gotta get this money. Leave these vibes behind. You niggas running around chasing these bitches. They got your mind fucked up, man. I'm giving this grind my quality time.
Yup. Doing all the chasing for women, now I'm pacing back and forth across the pavement, trying to make it happen. Play this rapping for your neighbors, but as haters trying to fill the foundation with craters. Never building with them, knowing that they filled with venom, pretending to be winning, bluffing out from the beginning. I'm like, fuck that, reach out, I'ma duck that. Bob and weave, cause I don't believe we can build a future without something sliding down your sleeve. Bound to be the ones, set boundaries with guns, cause on the upper side is people down to me for fun. Ain't nothing funny when you're always needing money, and to tell the kids about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny.
We gotta get this money, my nigga. We gotta get this money. Leave these vibes behind. You niggas running around chasing these bitches. They got your mind fucked up, man. I'm giving this grind my quality time.
I wanna know what having extra long paper do. Get some wealth, pass it down, make it generational. Trying to divorce from the struggle and then some. I need to turn a bag to residual income. The money is the mission to the grind. I'm committing and never ever forgetting. Allergic to bullshitting. Quitting a politicking ain't included in the mission. Spitting through your system, if you listen, you see the vision. To make a huge living for the team and do division. So everybody get a plate, no we can't sit and wait. I'm sick of niggas seeing prison over flipping weight. You can feel the fire in the song, this is great.
We gotta get it, get this money. Yeah, we gotta get it, get this money. Oh, we gotta get this motherfucking money, man. Oh, we gotta get this money. Yeah, we gotta get this money. Oh, we gotta get this motherfucking money, man. We gotta get this money, my nigga.
Yeah, we back. Get this money featuring Big Older King. We don't throw that out there real fast like that because, you know what I'm saying, we want y'all to know that's Big Older King. He flamed that chorus. He probably made our most commercially viable song on the whole album, for real. This is probably the joint that'll get played on the radio. That'll get us expanded.
Oh, I appreciate y'all.
Even though all the other joints is hard, that's that one song that everybody pointed out like, yo, that's gonna be that one hit if y'all was to get in that position. You know, so yeah, thank you. My man from Chicago, shout out to Wise the King. He loved that song with you.
Oh, that's what's
up. They get this money and that ganja song. My favorite joints, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
shout out,
man,
man.
that's
Appreciate
what's up,
you, brother.
that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Wise King Drew, shout out. But yeah.
Yeah, man, speaking of that, like, so, yeah, singing is definitely my first passion. You know, I can't, people don't shy away from singing. And I understand, like, yeah, we got auto-tune and all that, and I use auto-tune, and look, man, I don't have a problem with it. You know, good thing is like, being able to, you know, learn how to edit and things, you can kind of blend it in and stuff like that. But in terms of singing, like, we released a project last fall called Blue Agape.
We need a link for it. I try to cut you off.
Blue Agape?
That's this link for it.
Blue Agape?
Blue Agape.
You said Reg gonna have it in the editor. That audience don't even know. It's gonna look crazy, but it's gonna be magic
right there. Come on. See what you about to do?
Go ahead, run
Bring
it
it right here.
Put it in post.
Blue Agape?
Blue Agape.
Blue Agape.
Blue Agape. Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, so look out for that.
Bam!
Yeah, man. Now, I guess one of the reasons. So you know, like the whole theory behind the red and the blue pill, right?
Yeah, I watch a lot of that.
Right. So that's why we made it blue, because like some people, like, and you can put somebody in a trance. Like love is a trance in some sense, right? You're gonna tell them everything that they want to hear. You know, you remember when you was young and you was trying to get some. Come on, yeah.
I wouldn't say anything.
No, I'm not saying anything, but you being yourself.
No, I mean,
is still
running game.
Yeah, they're gonna remember, and I can't say that, yo. I can't say
You
that.
want running no type of game?
I think that's one of the main reasons. Now, don't get me wrong. I would do stuff that the average dude wouldn't do, because dudes were so worried about being tough. You know what I mean? But not game. Like I had a game plan. I was talking about that yesterday. Shout out to Mikey and Ron. Oh, real tough. Well, Thursday, 2 days ago. But I was saying, like, yo, I had the game plan. Like, I was trying to have like the biblical times. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted them to know about each other.
Yeah.
And be one big happy family.
That's that pimp status right there, yo.
No, that's not pimping. It's the way that
in
it
America, that's pimp status.
But no, that's only because America. That's only
standards.
because
That's pimping, brother.
But here's what I'm saying.
That's your name is.
None of their law is of scripture law, the law of God, and that's why I say America
You know what?
done.
That's
why I say America done.
Hey, the law of God.
As far as the way that the way
I know what you're talking about.
structure-
Exactly what
It's
you're
a wrap,
talking
yo.
about. But the law of God will shock you.
oh yeah.
It wouldn't. It
If
wouldn't
it's
shock me.
if it's saying that it's that same law you talk about, it's illegal.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of it.
Yeah,
That's part of it.
You
You know
can
what I'm
talk
saying?
about arranged marriages.
That's part of
and
it. That's part of it. I mean, I'm just saying you gotta take that good. That bad.
Way back in
If
the
you wanna
day,
go that way.
people
I
were
ain't saying
getting
that's what
married
they do.
at
No,
like
no.
12 years old.
Yeah. That's
But here's the thing.
law of that.
It
Once a
happened-
woman had her period,
Yeah, that's it.
she ready.
Yeah.
Yep, I seen somebody talk about
according
that
to
recently too. I was like, yo, that's
Like you talking about.
But it goes back way after the Bible. I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'm just saying.
But I don't agree with that.
A lot-
I agree
a lot
with that
of-
out there.
No, I understand.
Let me find
daughters,
look at my daughter get head.
But I
You
feel
know
like
what I'm
it's
saying? Let me find out.
This is basically what time things change. And I think this is how things are always going
Yeah.
to be. You know what I'm saying? Things have changed. With that comes with this I guess it's American standard of, I guess, dealing with just one woman. You know, so.
Well, Nigeria, they do multiple wives still.
Yo, it's only European controlled countries, yo, that don't think about it. Let's think about the mathematic, you know. And here's what I'm saying: I'm not knocking being with one woman,
I think
because even in the Bible, they had the queen. You know what I'm saying? You know what the pimp language is. They still had her. She was the queen, but it's like back then God was real heavy on reproducing, like multiplying. So think about this. Do we all agree that God doesn't make mistakes? Okay. So from a mathematical and scientific standpoint,
Let me let my son do his Xbox.
shout out to Bernie Dozier, because we always have great conversations about deep things. So the conversation was, let's look at the genetics of a man and a woman. A woman can only reproduce one time in a year. A man could literally make thousands of babies in a year.
You know, I never thought about it. Like that. I ain't even gonna say lie to you, man.
I mean, like they say, if you lock a woman in a room with 5 men and she come out pregnant, they all had sex. Well, who's to know who the daddy is? But the other
One
way
kid.
around, if they all end up pregnant,
One kid.
the one guy is the father.
But we can have
It's only one month.
We can have 5 in a day.
chances for
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Some more.
We can have 5 in a day. Literally. So I don't think that's by accident.
They're not the same. So you can't.
Well,
that's off
but I
already.
think
But America wants to make the new black man the black woman.
I agree with that.
And look at America.
Well, you know what? When you say
work.
that, I had a conversation with my wife the other day, you know. Because I'm watching, we watch, whatever, all this pandemic stuff going on, we in the house a lot more, so we attending to our business and stuff like that. But when we kind of settle in and settle down, we might turn something on and watch it, you know what I'm saying? And the images, I said, that's like every time we watch some shit, it's like, babe, they not representing me. It's like, is it just me, or does this guy acting, is he acting so hard that it looks feminine? Or is he just feminine? Because it's like that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's like, it's hard, I can't even act it. You know what I'm saying? But you when you watching it, you see that shit.
Yeah.
And it's like it rubbed me the wrong way, because it's like you got these producers and shit like that in Hollywood. What they're saying is if you want white America to accept you, then you have to be feminine. You gotta get that masculine shit out of here.
Yeah.
But it's like, what the fuck? I'm a man.
You gotta pretend that you agree with something that you might not agree with, and it's like, wow.
Don't get me wrong, like, I love women. I can say I'm a feminist because I love women so much, right?
Yeah.
But I'm masculine, and I want to be represented that way when it's on TV.
Right.
So we gotta hold these writers and all these producers and all that accountable, like, represent us more. And I understand that they want to be. What's the word?
Push their agenda. They want it's population control, and it's easier to take over a man
They want us to
who is
seem
not
incompetent.
a man.
They want us to be incompetent. They like to know. They like the fact that we're incompetent. And once we be competitive with them, then their position is at jeopardy. I feel like.
But listen, everything we've ever been allowed to do, we do way better than.
So they're gonna make sure you ain't got no money. Because they know women like money and power. They're gonna make sure. And they're gonna make sure you ain't got no money.
So what about? We could talk about Tyler Perry, who is now a billionaire.
Right.
What about?
I'm just saying that's a whole nother topic we could get on.
Yeah.
How,
I mean, shit. We could just put it out there.
But how
he worked for it, and I remember. Now, I'm not saying that I agree with all of that, and I know I am not going to put on a dress and go on stage.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that.
And they all feel rich.
He was.
He joked about that.
But he did it on his own.
No, he did come from being homeless in his car.
And he toured cities by himself.
Yes, he didn't.
He made it so popular that they had to put him on.
But there's a lot of misrepresentation under his.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I just feel like his representation. That's a whole nother rabbit hole we can go down, because he doesn't.
We going in it. What's up?
I'm just saying he doesn't. He has a writer's room where it's strictly just himself. He doesn't employ other black creatives.
Really?
Yeah, because he's very he wants it. I feel like he has a stronghold on his craft, a very tight stronghold. And if you look at a lot of his work, I used to be a fan. I watched a lot of his plays and stuff like that. But then once you notice that you see a lot of his stuff that is, it's very similar, and there's not a big scale of representation when it comes to his stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see Tyler Perry, man. I see a black man making money, and giving opportunity to other black people.
But that's the thing.
He's done a lot for black people.
He has, but
a lot of the dudes who put a dress on, you know what I mean? But see, here's a beautiful.
A lot of
Jamie
Foxx did it.
Yo,
Eddie
listen,
Murphy did it.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying about life.
You go and Live in Color did a lot of that stuff.
Everybody can subliminally say, I hate niggers. And it's okay. We can't disagree with anything. I'm gonna get us the signal.
Yeah, we're gonna play be present, man. Be present, for sure. Be present.
Let's go.
forever. Never on this stairway to heaven. Heaven, no regrets, that's the lesson. Lesson, we all need to be present. These moments don't last us forever. Never on this stairway to heaven. Heaven, no regrets, that's the lesson. Lesson, we all need to be present.
We alone now, put the phone down, zone, go with the flow now. A couple drinks, let's throw down. I got to leave, let's roll now. Anything, it can go down. Between me and you, in control now. Hoping the time we can slow down. Every time you come around, yeah. I've got to let you know I'll never let you go. I'm committed to giving my all, bare my soul, change my goals, play my role, share that low seeds I sowed. We are bound.
These moments don't last us forever. Never on this stairway to heaven. Heaven, no regrets, that's the lesson. Lesson, we all need to be present. These moments don't last us forever. Never on this stairway to heaven. Heaven, no regrets, that's the lesson. Lesson, we all need to be present. See you on the way up. Forever, never on this stairway to heaven. Heaven, no regrets, that's the lesson. Lesson, we all need to be present. These moments don't last us forever. Never on this stairway to heaven. Heaven, no regrets, that's the lesson. Lesson, we all need to be present.
And I'm glad you said that. O just said he just told Reg like, yo, I'm not leaving trash. You know what I'm saying? We go way back.
Oh yeah, we had to get our man back after the break up in here. He was in the background, so I waited to throw Bryce in there.
The guy that made the album cover, and he got some dope ass t-shirts. Matter of fact, what's the link, Bryce? We gotta promote the black business.
Post production
shirts, online. You know what I'm saying? T-Public, you say?
T-Public.
T-Public, you can go get shirts. You know what I'm saying? What's the link to it?
Right. We'll put it on the.
Okay,
that's what on the screen.
You'll see it sometime during the show if you didn't know. Right.
All right. Now, what you saying though? You came back from the break.
We go way back. Before, oh yeah.
Oh no, you said
you told Reg he's not leaving trash. I've known you more than half my life.
Yeah.
And I can vouch for that. Then like, you know how certain people like you love them, but you know you don't want your parents to be around. You know what I'm saying? You know,
man.
the niggers. I'm just like, let's be real. Regardless of what color they are. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have good etiquette and manners. You know what I'm saying? And it you don't have to be from a certain place to either have it or don't have it. You know what I'm saying? But I can vouch for you. Like, yo, you're a great guy.
Where you from?
I'm from here, man.
You're not from the county? You're not from like Montgomery County? You got this Montgomery County uppityness about you. Not uppityness, but clean cutness about you. You're a clean brother. You're a good, educated, clean bro. That's the thing about Baltimore. We got those. We got those here, but it's just we don't have a lot of them. We got those.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I was born and raised here, man. On the east side, man.
Oh, that's what it is. You from the east side?
Yeah,
No wonder.
Man, I did go to Ashburton, so I started I started on the west side because my grandmother lived over there.
Yeah.
You know, my mother grew up on the west side, but you know, I guess she was like, man, we getting up out of here, we going over east.
Hey,
I love the west side. I love the west side too.
Can we have a let's drink to Northwest Baltimore. Zone 15, baby. I ain't from around there. I got a lot of frequent flyer miles. Extra special shout out to my god cousin Wendy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'ma fuck around and come drink with you when I leave here if you ain't busy.
That's what's
You know
up.
what I mean?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday for sure.
Yeah. Like you're a good dude, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. You know, I think I am so grateful that I have the mother I was born from my mother. So shout out to my mom.
Go with your dad?
Shout out to mine.
You know, my dad is around. My dad was
He was present in your life, though.
he was present.
That's
You know,
what
he was
matters.
present. You know, my mom and my dad, you know, I guess, you know, they are cordial with each other. You know,
That's good. That's
Let's
what
drink
you
today.
need.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
Let's
we
drink
need. That's what
today.
we all need.
You know, not
But he was
everybody.
around. You need to fuck, you know what I'm saying?
They say that some people in your life for a season
Yeah.
and some people in your life for a lifetime. Now, I think that the best thing that my mom and my dad did together was have us. You know, and they both were like hard as shit on us too. You know, and my father did it from afar. You know, and he did contribute. You know what I mean? He wasn't there every day.
He was also a black man, so we know.
Yeah,
how, like,
he
as a
was
grown
dealing
man,
with it.
As a grown black man, you know how it is to be.
He was trying to start businesses. He had a few businesses, but of course you got a business, you're dealing with that. Like now, again, we live in America, so if you living in America, if you got a social security number, then you are a business. You're a walking business, and you got to treat it as such. You know, everything that you do, it's like we live in. So my little brother, right? It's crazy. Like it's capital warfare. Everybody talking about, you know, dropping bombs and you know having these big sticks with big clips and all that. Look, you can do all you want. At the end of the day, when we think about how it was way back, it was the strongest went out there to hunt and gather, and they brought that shit back to the tribe. But guess what? When money got involved, he who controlled the money controlled those hunters and those gatherers. You know, and now it's still like that now.
So how it is now.
So it's like when you get that capital, now you can really make a difference. You know, so and I say all that to say is whoever listening to this episode, whatever it is that you're doing, you want to monetize it and do it the right way. You know, figure out now that these tax laws have changed, you can figure out what corporation suits you best.
Right.
So you can limit your liability. You don't want people coming after you. Let them come after your business.
Right.
Let your business be liable and protect yourself. If you our country, it's as fucking sick as it is. Excuse my language.
Oh,
But we talking about this country was based on personal property. Slaves were personal property. And from personal property came police. The police
slave
were created
Slave patrol.
to catch slaves. Do you know on Wall Street? So Wall Street,
Fuck slave patrol.
Wall Street's commodity was slaves. They used to sell insurance to people for their slaves. So if a slave ran away, it's like, yo, that's my money.
Right.
That's what I can file an insurance claim because that's my personal property.
Crazy, yo.
if
That's-
only if
and-
he didn't kill you.
And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say the only reparations that anybody ever got in America was from the slave owners.
I'm so glad you said that. Go ahead.
That's all I gotta say.
But here's the
You
thing.
know what I'm saying?
So get a
A
business.
lot of people don't know.
Get
about
yourself
that.
a business
Yeah.
and start using these this tax freedom for your gain, your family's personal gain, and your legacy. You know, because if they could do it, I had somebody tell me that all these people out here on welfare, they out here taking up all the money. And of course, Ronald Reagan was their favorite president, and Ronald Reagan used the welfare queen to basically win the presidency.
Yeah.
One woman.
Yeah.
And when we talk about we live in a country that's what 60 to 70% white, who getting all the welfare?
Yeah.
If the 1% control all the fucking money in the world, then there's a whole lot of poor ass white people out here too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all ain't, everybody ain't rich.
But the American dream is for them. So, as with pensions, notice outside the government, they pretty much done. Anything, shout out to Little, we always talk real shit. Yo, anything that makes black people progress. Now, here's the thing. All of that government assistance is really the wambuki because it prohibits, which means stop if you don't know. It stops you from being wealthy, which in any capitalist society, the quality of your life, other than your soul, is based on wealth.
Now,
and poverty is going to eventually make you sin because you're going to have to sin to survive anyway.
in some ways I agree with you, and in some ways I don't. Now, I will stand up here and say, look, I'm a product of Section 8, medical assistance, food stamps. My mother worked her ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like, to help us. Like, you know, yes, my dad was around, but my dad didn't have a lot. You know what I'm saying? We didn't live in the same household. You know what I'm saying? So like it was my mom fending most of the time, and we needed that. And when I tell you, like the fact that we had to go into these offices and get this, the way that they treated my mother, they treated her like pretty shit. And it was just like, you know what? This is not the life for us. And my mother pushed. Now that was inside of her. The thing is that with these policies, and I like. A lot of the work that I do, like I do work in a community where I'm focusing on leading families towards self-sufficiency. We look at the key is they're basically 12 segments of self-sufficiency. The federal government has already done the science, and they know what it takes for a family to be self-sufficient. It comes down to education, housing, childcare, transportation,
savings.
Well, yeah. They've got like finances, financial education,
youth activities.
Yeah, employment. Like all of those, I can't name them all right now.
Right.
But like when you think about, they're basically 12 different things, yo, that will help. If somebody, we start looking at ways where, where are you deficient, and you could score folks. The problem is that you got these. If I'm paying you, poor people can't help poor people out of poverty.
Let's drink to that. You could be the nicest motherfucker in the world.
Because you fighting each other for that piece of
steak.
Yeah.
So think about it like this. I'm getting $40,000 a year, and I think I'm making all the money in the world, and somebody else coming in here. It's like, bitch, you a paycheck away from being on the other side, and you probably got more debt than this motherfucker that's walking in here.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
40 G's? You couldn't go up a little bit higher?
But see, when you're not educated to know that, and this was years ago, so like I said, it's probably more. It's probably past 2 million. You needed 1.7 million to live comfortably. Not to ball till you fall, to live comfortably after retirement. Now, granted, that's probably wealthy white standard
inheritance.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you need that for your retirement. And we'll get back to that after this message.
What you want to play? Got another song you want to play, or we just want to go to break with y'all?
Oh man, what's
I
up,
got a
man?
suggestion.
What's that?
You want to do the
Swag, yo. I heard you want the swag.
let's do it.
I heard you want the swag.
I heard they with the swag. I heard they with the swag. I heard they with the swag. But they'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. I heard they with the swag. 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 But they'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They can never take the pain, no. They would never make it. What you thinking we the same for? There's no relating. Tired of being patient, been in need of bacon with my 40 acres. Brought us over on the boat. Make a nigga slave with a nigga, no, I'ma give them what they want. Can't give it, don't take. Better bend but don't break. Go 100, no breaks. Yeah, we eating no plates. I heard they want the swag. I heard they want the swag. I heard they want the swag. But they can never take it. You real niggas last. They blowing money fast. It's more than money bags. It's sitting on Vogues. They taking niggas' souls. I heard they want the swag. 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 And they'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They say they want the bands. Let's talk about the bands. They put it in our hands and watch us from the stands. Yeah, yeah, give us all the scams and give us all the grams. They tell me who I am and throw me in the cam. Down, down. Thought that we was fam. I thought that we was four. I thought that we was bros. I thought that we was whoa, whoa, whoa. Little do you know, them never let us go. They only let us know that we'll never know. I heard they want the swag. 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 But they'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. That niggas never take it. Niggas never take it. Niggas never take it. Niggas never take it. Take.
So pretty much, even with government assistance, it can allow a single mother in the hood to move out of the hood, go somewhere else, put her kids in a slower environment, go to a better school, which could be a game changer.
Right.
And that shit really, but in a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying? In a lot of situations, a lot of dudes that I grew up with, went to school with when I was young, they weren't from, or that the generation right before them was not from the county. You know, they got whatever financial blessing they got. Thank God that their people had the right mindset to move their family into a better environment, and that shit changed a lot of people's lives. Whereas though if they would have stayed in the hood, they'd have even been dead or in jail by now.
If I was from where my father was from, I'd be a whole different dude. Believe that.
Yeah.
But when you so it all comes down to, everybody says, well, what is it that you could do? They talk about like crime in Baltimore and stuff like this. Yo, when I've been a lot of different places, man, and it doesn't matter where I go. This is the best city in the fucking world, hands down. We got a lot of issues, but it's the best city in the world, bro.
Wow, that's the first I heard of that.
It's got everything you want. Everything you want.
I want to hear what you come out.
You can buy. Look, they even zone this place. We got, first of all, he who controls the water controls the land. We got water here. We're a port city. We're a port city, which makes us one of the best cities in America. We're in close proximity to New York, DC, Philly. We are the top of the South. We're considered in the South, but we the top of the South. So the cream rises to the top, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I'll put that on a verse.
And we've got, so our Inner Harbor is building up. We got Lamar Jackson. We got 2 sports teams. You know, which is great. I wish we never gave Bullets up. But, you know what I'm saying?
How about the Colts? That was
and our, you know, Hogan. I mean, Hogan is Hogan, but no, I'm not gonna spew any negativity. I just think that the fact that opportunity that he did not take to expand our public transportation system, ultimately, it did hurt us a little bit. But it's fine. We gonna bounce back from that. You know, like you got. If you want a single family home, you can get a single family home. If you want to live in a spot where you live in, like, you got nice houses, like with a nice community, you can find that. Like you got private schools, charter schools, public schools, and our public school system is getting better, man. We got good leadership running our public schools. Mm-hmm. I think that, but it all comes down to, because all of these cities, the densely populated cities in the United States, they have one problem, and that problem is an economic problem. And that Barack Obama used to say this all the time, like everybody's got to pay their fair share. I'm saying everybody got to get their fair share, right? So it's like,
in order to pay that.
Yeah. Exactly, like you got to get your fair share. If you solve the issue of economics,
they don't want
then you wouldn't have, like, there's no need for me to be at your neck, because, like, I'm only at your neck because I'm trying to get some money.
Right. But if you
the moment I had some money, it's like, come on, yo. When them stimulus checks came out,
but yo, if you study the history of this country, it's done. It's the system and the function of the machine of this country.
It's big business, man.
Have you seen the movie 13?
I did see that.
13?
I did see
Netflix? Yeah.
Yo, it shows you, like, how our people have been, and I'm not saying that, you know, a lot of our people haven't progressed. We have the dominant DNA, period. Flat out. That's why I'm saying everything that has been done to our people, we're still here. America is done. It's canceled right now. As far as what people are used to. There's no fucking fans in the NBA on NFL games. The shit is going to crumble. You know what I'm saying? It's going to crumble. If it doesn't crumble, it's going to be because of us. But a lot of black community, well, shit, every poor black community used to be a wealthy white community.
Yeah.
Then what they did was, once black people were allowed to move in, not only did the whites move out, all the resources moved out.
Do you know that there's actually a percentage? And they say that in certain communities you can have a certain percentage. I think the Germans might have started this. I could be wrong, but look it up. You'll find it. There's a percentage that says you can have a certain amount of black people in the community with white folks. But once it goes over that percentage, the value of that property is going to go down. And that's when the white folks start moving. And I'm looking at it like this. I don't want to make it a black and white issue, because again,
I do.
Like, but think about it. Think about it like this. We talking about class warfare. But if you understand, hold on. The problem is that the people who control the fucking money, yeah, they are white, right? Now that's a problem. But here's the thing. All those other white people that think they got some money don't have nowhere near the amount of money that these motherfuckers got, bro. And all they doing is using that shit. You understand that whole theory of divide and conquer? What did Martin Luther King say? Matter of fact, what did Fred Hampton say? Fred Hampton was like, black power to black people, white power to white people, yellow power to yellow people.
The Rainbow Coalition, that was a whole...
Exactly.
Yeah,
what they did, oh shit, we gotta shut this motherfucker up.
Yeah.
He know what he's talking about.
He got, because, you know, back then you had the Black Panthers, you had an organization, which you had the Asians, you had the Latinos,
and they all was coming at the government.
And you had,
but here's the difference.
You had the white people who were in Virginia, up in the Appalachians, and he tried to get everybody together, but that was a threat to the government.
All I'm saying, all I'm saying is that the problem is, I understand that we're at in terms of class, we always seem to be at the bottom of that fucking pole, right? And that's what the problem is. But the thing is that everybody else ain't that far behind. Because here's the thing.
But hold on. Here's the difference between us and them. Everyone else has received reparations from this country.
I wouldn't say everyone else.
Shit.
Like who?
Yeah, we ain't get shit.
We the only ones. Any other race of people
I agree.
got
but there's a
reparations, and none of them were enslaved. No disrespect to anybody's struggle. None of their struggling period was anywhere near ours.
I agree.
Or as brutal.
But there's
as
a propaganda. There's an anti-blackness propaganda. And
so why
and
don't
I'm not
we
saying
separate?
I'm not saying that it's not real, because it's definitely real.
Oh, it's real.
It's real.
That's why, like I said,
people have been brainwashed into it. But so
how do you get brainwashed into something?
No. I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm saying brainwashed into the propaganda that it is real. That white superiority is real when it's
this is my thing. I came to this realization, right? Is that if we keep on, what the powers want you to do is to acknowledge. They want you to say, yes, we're better, we're more powerful. I'm no longer giving them that credit. It's just like, why am I gonna give the devil power? Fuck that.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
And if you study scripture, it tells you that we are the dominant.
Let me give you an example, and I don't know if this is the best example, but this is a very good example, and this is an example that I feel like was an epiphany for me personally, and it really resonates with me personally. Okay, so we want to talk about the one drop rule. Now, see, there was, up until recently, I've always been a supporter of the one drop rule, as in like, because me, I'm mixed, like my father's black, my mother's white. So there was a part of me that was always trying to use the one drop rule in a way to defend my blackness, as in to say, well, if one of your parents is black, then okay, well, that's what you are. You know what I mean? And I'm not, and that doesn't have anything to do with being anti-black, but that has to do with my own insecurities. But I would always use to use the one drop rule as a defense mechanism is ignorant, because the one who created the one drop rule, white supremacy.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, it's like, look, you shit,
you know what I mean?
You piss, you bleed. Like, let's bring it to like the fact that we're all human. And unfortunately,
we're not all human according to the law of this country.
Okay.
And that's and we need to bring it. We need to bring it to that.
I agree.
We need to bring it to that because it's like, hey, look, here's the thing. If something crazy, catastrophic happens, and it's like, look, you start wiping motherfuckers out.
They doing it now.
Yeah, they already doing it.
But I mean, like, just as in, like, okay, with the climate that we're in right now, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter has never been as big right now, and what's going on right now as it did before. And you have, and the reason for that is generally because a lot of white America is pushing that.
What did Claude Anderson say?
Because niggas been getting so much Badania.
But what I'm saying is that you see a lot of black people saying, well, we see a lot of these white people supporting Black Lives Matter and out in the streets and all this stuff.
And black men have been knocking up white people.
But what I'm saying is a lot of people are reluctant.
What'd you say? Yeah. Say that again. I don't think you had the cup in front of your face.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just, black men have been fucking a lot of white women.
Yeah, that's been going on. Yeah. But what I'm saying is,
This bride in the red.
Since the 70s, early 80s, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, like, you have a lot of black people that are reluctant to trust whether these white people are real about it, and I'm not here to argue to say whether they are or not. We can err on the side of suspicion, but at the same time, yes, you do have a lot of allies. We have a lot of allies, and we have to give them room. We can't always assume that they are, they're not real about it.
No, I fucks with that.
Yeah.
I know, like, I have been have benefited personally from white allies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there have been.
How can you not in the United States?
Right. when we live in a world that is
country.
Our country is predominantly white.
Yeah,
However, we live in a city that's predominantly black.
Yeah, 60% or more. Yeah,
60%. Now, I want to go back to what Claude Anderson said. Here's the funniest thing, right?
Yeah.
My little brother come over today. He played this video. Claude Anderson has.
Shout out to your little brother.
Yeah, shout out to Brother Monty, man. He got an album coming out soon, man. Election Day.
You say Imani?
Yeah, Brother Monty. His name is Imani.
Brother Imani?
Brother Monty. His name is Imani.
Okay, Brother Monty is his title?
Yes.
Yeah, look up Brother Monty, y'all.
Yeah.
Got some good stuff up there
And
over here.
yeah, yo, and so he put on this Claude Anderson shit, right? And yo say in Detroit was like 92% black.
Yep.
But there are 3 white families that own all the land in Detroit.
And they want that shit back, right?
No. What you mean they want it back? They own it.
I mean, as far as the doggies can't even live here.
They can't.
It's time to collect.
That's not the point.
It's
No,
time to
wait.
collect.
I'm getting to that.
The point is ownership.
Exactly, and that's what we selling.
Yeah.
Buy
We don't
our own
necessarily
stuff.
want them gone.
So are we
Land
ever
is-
gonna sell?
land is so
Are we
important.
ever gonna sell separation?
Yo, after
Because
slavery,
Bill Cosby supposedly owned land, probably a big.
of course he did. That's why he threw him in jail.
Completely
probably.
ass mansion.
You know, we
And
can go into
here's
conspiracy
the thing.
theories,
No, but here's the thing. And
but we'll never find the real proof.
no, but what I'm saying is, when are we gonna start selling separation? It's my question.
Well, Claude Anderson says this. He says that. Think about it like this. He said the Civil Rights Act wasn't for black people.
Right.
It was for white people.
Yeah.
They didn't pass that shit for black people. We knew we were human. We were here telling you motherfuckers the whole time. Y'all motherfuckers needed a law to be able to say, oh, okay, now we gotta do
Gotta
this.
deal with y'all.
Now we gotta. Now you know, he said that whole like desegregation killed black business because now instead of us having all right, down the street my man got this and Shorty on got the grocery store and yo the mechanic and yo we are supporting them. When you think about the reason why Black Wall Street was so great because that dollar stayed in that community. It kept circulating in that community a certain amount of times before it left. And now you know what they say? So I think the Asians, their dollar circulates more than anybody else. I think you got this. No, I think it's like 30 times.
Damn.
And then it's Jewish. I think Jewish folks are like 18, and then it's white people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then so that you talking about 15 times. They say in a black community it's like 6 hours.
Yeah, I don't.
So like when you get paid before you even get home, your money ain't even circulating in your community.
That's why we need separation. That's why we need separation and black communities with all
No, the
black
problem is, and this
you
is why I
build
bought a house here in Baltimore City. I could have bought a house anywhere. No, I bought a house right here. Why? Because I ain't gonna be a part of the problem.
No,
I'm gonna be
but
a part of the solution.
I love it.
And we have to fucking stay out clean and be right here and be pillars of the community and patronize our local businesses. We need to start our own businesses.
Yeah.
So we
and
don't
go to those businesses. Hey, what's up, bruh? Look, I'm here to patronize you. You know what I'm saying? But what we also need to do, and I've seen this too, where you got some black businesses that don't want to adhere to good customer service.
Yeah.
And it's like,
let's
yo,
get to that.
it's like, yo,
Goddamn.
So basically,
just because you got a business.
Basically, what he's saying. So you're saying separation, and trust me, I'm
separation for motherfuckers who want to work because we need to separate from the piece of shit black people too.
I agree, but what he's saying is we already have a form of that.
It's a new day.
But hold on. But what he's saying is we already have like a form of that. We're just not.
We're saying our own territory.
I know, but I'm
free of this law because the law is really what.
That's true, but I don't think that we've given what we had a fair shot even within the.
What do we have? Look at the wealth. Your wealth in a capitalist society.
Your wealth is what you have. We don't have shit.
No, I understand what you're saying, but what he's saying,
But we got each other.
But that's
we
But
need to start dealing in human capital.
we-
Do you not understand that, like, when fucking Breonna Taylor died, they're talking about what the family settled for $12 million,
Yeah.
and it's like, what? You can't put a value on her life.
Right.
You can't. We got each other, and if we start respecting each other instead of seeing each other like fucking pit bulls, every time it's like, oh yeah, oh fuck that nigga. What? I love that nigga.
So why can't
I
we
love y'all.
So why can't we separate?
But what he's saying,
So
hold on.
no, that's
What
the thing, like-
he's
You know,
saying-
we gotta police ourselves. What we have to do is start the ones that is like that. We need to hold them accountable.
But
That's
they're
what
not.
I'm saying. We haven't given what we
bait for
have.
them-
We haven't given what we have a fair shot because we haven't been doing the best that we can. And this is what we were talking about earlier. You probably heard of Dr. Joyce DeGrasse, the post-traumatic slave syndrome. I don't know if you heard of it.
I heard
That sounds familiar,
She
but I
has
have
a
to look
book.
it up.
She has a book. It's called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, and this is, we can go hours on this whole But basically, it is a stronghold. It's a stronghold in our mind that goes all the way back to when this country was created. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you gotta
So
check that out.
think about it like this: if you have a parent who's like on drugs,
Yeah.
and then they have a baby and they have to put that baby in a little incubator or something and nurse that baby so that baby can live a normal life.
Yeah.
Even though that baby's still gonna deal with some issues all throughout its life. You think about it like that. Now go through slavery, like the fact, like our parents, like my mom was so overprotective, bruh.
Yes.
And it's like,
So
come on, yo.
And then we can even go into epigenetics.
But you don't think
yeah.
the smart black people deserve to separate from niggers?
No, but I get you. Like we have those women.
I'm asking
hold
you
on,
a
but
real
what I'm saying
question.
is we have those women who
That sound like Clayton Bigsby, yeah.
No, listen. Because you can't change people. You have to want change for yourself, yo.
So
Yeah.
we have to model the behavior. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And we have to model.
I think there's a lot of us that are modeling that behavior.
I don't think it's an.
I know a lot of good brothers and sisters.
No, but
I
you
know a
know
lot
your
of
circle. I know he knows that we know.
No,
our
I'm
circle.
saying people that I don't even really chill with, but I see
But
what they doing.
it's not
They
the
good
majority.
people.
It's not the majority though.
Not the majority at all.
But here's what I'm
we need the
saying.
overwhelming majority to.
Why? Why can't we just separate and let them listen? If a motherfucker is basing their life and progress around how much I can get in food stamps a month and how many times I can reproduce so I can keep paying $20 a month for rent, and that's your long-term plan,
Okay.
and you don't give a fuck about nothing else, hold up.
Okay.
Then why can't somebody who really wants to do something better, who wants to work and earn what they have, like a man or a woman, separate from that shit?
But what? Okay, I see what you're saying. But here's the thing.
Cause they're gonna get rid of all of that shit anyway. But if you don't, if nobody that doesn't want to work should be around a motherfucker that wants to work and
But hold up. But that's not
situation.
stopping. But that's not stopping someone from investing in black businesses.
But yo,
It's not.
why
It's
are we not investing in getting our own shit?
Look,
This is why I'm
okay,
riding our nation ass long right now.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get our own shit. Where you going?
Yo,
Where you going?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Not far. Hold up.
Yeah.
Niggas, like I said in another episode, niggas go back to Africa like for what? Bitch, I didn't make you bring me over here. I shouldn't have to
Okay,
go
so
far
we're
up.
staying-
So where you going? That's what I want to
Let me
know.
In
finish.
America. Yeah. Okay. we're staying
The
in America.
Mark Man Vision is in every state of the United States. There's an independent territory. Every state got enough vacant land that they not doing shit with. A few miles, whatever, and that's an independent black city.
Okay. Let me bring this up. So you said
Sounds good.
So you
It
said
sounds like
how many
heaven to
times
me.
does the Asian dollar go around? You said 30 times.
Yep, 30 times.
Did the Asians need to set up their own territory to get the dollar to go around 30 times?
They don't deserve
Bro,
anywhere near
bro,
what the fuck.
check
y'all
this
did.
out.
They haven't been
We got Brandon Scott is out there. Brandon Scott about to be our man. He get ready to control $3 billion. He could throw that $3 billion.
He's a politician.
He is, but he could.
Brother.
But he could. I'm just saying, you're not thinking about it like, yo.
We
No,
can get,
listen,
hold up.
you
Biden-
gotta, your agenda is already assigned. Your agenda is already assigned by the people that donated to your campaign.
But hold
I'm
up.
tell you.
Biden can
You
get
don't have to
pay.
Yo, if you want one term, you ain't gotta listen to nobody. You can do whatever you want.
Biden could get elected and give us reparations. He could cut us a bunch of checks.
Fucking check.
No, but what I'm saying is, hold on.
This is about to cut off.
12.
Yeah, okay.
This is a
But
great
hold on,
interview.
it is.
God, that could have drinking that.
Hold on, he can cut us. But I'm saying, what are we talking about? Like, okay, we're not talking about checks, and I'm not saying we should be talking about checks.
No, here, it should be both. First of all, hold up. We gonna talk about this on camera.
So
Okay.
LeBron got schools, right? Fats even said this shit. He like, yo, we got, what do we peddle? We peddle entertainment. What happens when you bring all them entertainers together and we gotta educate ourselves? What the Black Panthers were doing were educating kids.
But
They were
would
educating
demand certain
families.
things from the government.
They were, of course.
And that one of their demands was complete legal separation from this fascist ass system.
Yeah.
We
on
going-
that note, we're gonna separate. We're gonna separate.
Yeah. I heard they want the swag. I heard they want the swag. I heard they want the swag. But they'd never take it. They'd never take it. They'd never take it. They'd never take it. I heard they want the swag. 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 But they'd never take it. They'd never take it. They'd never take it. They'd never take it. They can never take the pain, no, they would never make it. What you thinking we the same for? There's no relating. Tired of being patient, been in need of bacon with my 40 acres. Brought us over on the boat. Make a nigga slave with a nigga know I'ma give them what they want. Can't give it, don't take. Better bend but don't break. Go 100, no breaks. Yeah, we eating no plates. I heard they want the swag. I heard they want the swag. I heard they want the swag. But they can never take it. The real niggas last. They blowing money fast. It's more than money bags. And sitting on votes. They taking niggas' souls. I heard they want the swag. 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 But they'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They say they want the bands. Let's talk about the bands. They put it in our hands and watch us from the stands. Yeah, give us all the scams and give us all the grams. They tell me who I am and throw me in the cam. Damn, thought that we was fam. I thought that we was folk. I thought that we was bros. I thought that we was whoa. Little do you know, they'll never let us go. They only let us know that we'll never know. I heard they want the swag. 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 But they'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. They'll never take it. Got niggas levitating. Niggas levitating. Niggas levitating. Niggas levitating. Take.
And roll 'em.
These are the conversations that we need to have.
Exactly.
These are the conversations because in the black community there's so much it's so much polarization. It's so much we can't come to an understanding of like what we want. people talk about, well, no reparations, no vote. You know what I mean? We get all kind of like, but we need to come together and we need to come.
And all of that shit is propaganda. Because what people don't understand, bro, is that where all the power is, we live in a city.
Yeah.
There's 65% black.
Yeah.
But
if all you motherfuckers go and vote, we controlling shit. We got our own fucking territory and a $3 billion budget. You don't fucking understand me? Come on, yo.
What about Black America change?
No, fuck Black America. Let's fucking deal with Black Baltimore City. Black Baltimore City, bro. We got $3 billion fucking dollars.
And you
this $3 billion, we can funnel that shit through all these motherfuckers here.
Because you're on somebody else's dime.
How about this? How about this?
You're on somebody.
How about this?
Hold up. Let me say this real quick. And you're artists and doing other shit. if we get a check for $3 billion right now, right? Let's keep it real. For the Mad Ruckus podcast and everything that O's doing. You really don't think in that $3 billion somebody ain't gonna tell you what the fuck they want done?
Yo, bruh, we all went to college. We all had an education, right? Here's the thing. I work for somebody, right? And my boss may say, look, Fernando, you gotta do this. And guess what? I'm gonna give my boss my goal is to make my boss happy and make my boss look good. Cause that keep my motherfucking bank account stacked. And that's my priority. But guess what? She don't have to tell me how to do it. I just have to accomplish an objective. So how you accomplish the objective, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. Everybody got an agenda, bro. You got an agenda? Okay, cool.
I'm saying
we got $3 billion and we gotta play in these parameters. That's fine. But our priority will be is to make sure that all the black people in this city are fucking thriving.
So we
you
can't
gonna thrive one way or the other. Opportunity is gonna be knocking at your door.
We can't get our own territory?
We got it. It's right here.
No.
Alright. No. So where we going then?
Yo, like I said,
you gonna find a place in Maryland? In Western Maryland?
How much vacant farmland and shit like that is?
So you want farmland?
Yes.
Alright, let's get some of that.
No, what I'm saying is it gotta be farmland, it gotta be law. The law enforcement has to be chosen by the community. The fucking government has to be chosen by the community. And you're gonna get off your ass and work.
I'm not against that, but I just think that's
far-reaching thing.
Very far.
Okay, and let me tell you how it's not far, right? They didn't want. I'm just giving the simple shit of America. They didn't want niggas to have opportunities.
But how far back was that?
60 years. You know what black people did? That they're doing now to a certain extent. You boycott. Any capitalist society is going to crumble without black money in America.
Yeah. I'm all for boycotting, but I mean, how many people are we really gonna?
No, that's what I'm saying. Once enough white businesses suffer, they're gonna give you what you want.
Maybe you something.
Yeah.
They're
gonna give you what you want. No, listen. That was a real listen. And I'm not saying, and in my opinion, this is why I rock with the Nation of Islam so much, because from then till now they've been saying, yo, it's not about getting some fucking money from these people, yo. It's about separating, and they've been on that.
So
I did my homework. I didn't know how much they actually had. They had land.
Wait.
They had a bank.
So in that case, you
still have it.
You down with human capital? Like what we have is human capital.
I'm down with separating from this system that's designed to oppress our people. Nothing less, nothing more than that is a victory. Because here's the thing, they could give you $1 million tomorrow. I did financial planning for 3 years. Oh no, financially, I'm good. Because I know that finance separates you from certain bullshit. And not only that, we all gonna die. When you got finances, you can put up a certain amount the way as though when, not if, motherfucker, because it's gonna happen. When you go, bam, this what your family getting. They don't have to live in the hood, worry about paying bills, none of that shit. Outside of that, honestly and truthfully, if I'm on God's good side, I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I like emotionally. I don't care.
I'm down. Like, I'm down with it, but I feel like we already have black owned and built established.
But you're still under this fascist, like Farrakhan say, the pharaoh. The president is the pharaoh. And guess what? The pharaoh is not even the one that's really the devil. It's the motherfucker, because he only makes $600,000 a year. In a capitalist society, it's controlled by the money. And evil, racist motherfuckers are at the top of everything. So what I'm saying is, niggas shouldn't have to go far. Because if you want to be technical, America still owes every descendant of slaves 40 acres. Do the math. They already owe you $2 million. So nigga, wait a minute. This is what it's owed. Black Wall Street. I'm not done. They gonna kill everybody that they can. That's why you gotta separate and you gotta build up the military. Period. You gotta get the military. It don't matter what they want, yo.
So hold on, are you talking about
they cannot.
Our own military?
Yo, my bro said,
listen,
how many African nations you know that have nuclear weapons? Right. None.
That's not black people shit. That's not black people shit.
We don't need to kill nobody.
No, listen. Black people have killed for a long ass time.
We tired of killing.
No, but what I'm saying is, if we're gonna kill somebody, we don't want to kill 1,000 motherfuckers. We want that shit to be personal. We want to kill the motherfucker that's actually done us wrong. That's what America is scared of right now. Listen, all right, well, I'm just speaking for myself. Listen, this is what I'm saying. This is where America is at right now.
Yeah.
This is what people are not thinking about.
All right, y'all. 5 minutes to get.
I got it. This whole systematic oppression,
This will be
right?
Outros and everything.
This whole systematic shit, they're not thinking about, like, yes, you made a lot of soft, weak men that want to be women, men that don't want to be a man. A manly man is getting played out in America. Boom! Make sure you put that shit in a bag. Right? So look, what I'm saying is, in that same process, you created so many fatherless children. So their temper is not the temperament of the generations. They don't give a fuck. These niggas will go to war for whatever. Yo, look at America. George Floyd died in May. Niggas are still protesting. Yo, people used to wait until, like, exactly. Now, as soon as that shit happened, within 24 hours, it's a prediction. Facebook News. These niggas is wildin'. When you create fatherless children, yo, you're going to have a fucking kickback that eventually you can't handle. You can call whoever. There's way more fatherless black children in America than it is fucking federal troops or whatever. And not only that, these fucking fascists are so racist, so arrogant, like everybody on the earth hates them. And motherfuckers know they are the minority. And when you get into Islam, their dictatorship is set for a certain amount of years. That shit is over.
What's that African proverb that say, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I'm a firm believer that human capital is the only capital that matters, and we have to dive into humanity. And although we are individuals, we have to understand that we are better together. Old sayings, they knew, motherfucking old people knew what's up, like divide and conquer. That's what it's all about. Everything is fucking like misdirection, smoke and mirrors, fake news, alternative facts.
Weakening the man.
Guess what?
Weakening the man.
At the roots, what do you have? You got real people.
I agree.
Whoever you are, you got real people. And we are the ones that will create the change. And unfortunately, some people are programmed, some people aren't.
Leave their dumbasses right here.
Right. So just you gotta pray for the discernment to be able to understand who recognize and who don't, and start teaming up.
I agree.
And get what you got to get. And bang zoom.
All right, y'all. But
Shout out to the
Let me
Hoover
ask-
Civil Regiment.
Let me ask a question real quick. So, like, have you guys heard about the Ice Cube contract with Black America?
yeah, I heard about that.
You ever heard of it?
I had
No, I seen Ice Cube. Ice Cube be talking that shit though.
I'm just curious. Like,
Ice Cube
y'all can look
joined
it
the
up.
Nation of Islam a long ass time ago.
Well, we can look. You guys should look it up and just.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
Get a chance.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious how far he's gonna carry that because he's, you know, so.
We'll check that out on the, you know what I'm saying, in future measures and shit. But any closing statements for the show, brother? You know what I'm saying? Before we get up out of here. Our cameraman about to bounce.
Oh man. Hey man, I'm gonna lead us with this cheers, man, to health to spare, wealth to share, and friends who care.
With the Natty Bowl, that shit blew in Baltimore, right?
Man, and that. Everything was peach today. I got a peach lollipop. I got a peach, Japanese drink, and we're drinking some
peach
strawberry peach. Hey yo, check this out. I had a peach blunt outside.